Okay, and I think we are back. I just had to do a quick bit of tech work. I think my mic is working. I have had to disable some of the filters, so there may be some background noise. It is a little warm, so I do have the windows open. But from what I can see, it looks like OBS is picking up my mic again, which is good. So let's just go straight into things. I'll fire up RimWorld and we'll get started on this new playthrough. While the game is loading, we do have a question of the day. You probably will be able to also hear some of my keyboard sounds, as it can be quite loud. So let me just make sure I have everything open. And so the question of the day today is, if you could be transported into any game world, which one would you pick and why? And we do also have an updated mods command. So exclamation mark mods. And that link is to a Steam collection that has every single mod that we're using. You can pick and choose which ones you want to use. I prefer to run heavily modded. Usually ends in disaster, but that's the way I like to play the game sometimes. So what we'll do, let me just go through, and I need to redo my tweets. So let me do this now. Go back to Twitter. Okay. Copy and paste. Okay, let's get that fired off. Excellent. So we have the game started up. Put that back in the background. Okay, so we can save that. Okay, so we are going to be starting a new colony, just because it's going to be another fresh start. For those of you that don't know, I came down with COVID in January and lost my job because of it, and that had a real major effect on my mental health. And then after I recovered, I found out that I'm suffering from what they call long COVID, which is the extended symptoms following your recovery. Say recovery in quotes. And so I am suffering with some really major fatigue problems. I'm trying to combat that with, a bit more time outdoors, a bit more exercise, trying to better my diet. But I'm still really struggling. You could probably hear in my voice has changed a little bit. It's still not quite fully recovered. I've still missing a couple bits of my sense of taste and smell. And overall, things have just been quite rough, which is why I stopped streaming and stepped away for a bit. Purely because I needed to try and focus on recovering some sort of strength. As it stands, I'm still job hunting. I'm still pushing myself to get life stabilized again, but we'll see how it goes. So let's start off with a new colony, and we have quite a lot of options, but I think we're going to start with the Lost Tribe as standard. And we're going with Cassie and Strive to Survive on commitment mode. Let's see, do we want everyone? Let's get rid of some of these. So we'll get rid of... Keep that kingdom. We'll get rid of the pirate gang and the bandits. And we'll get rid of the mercenaries. Get rid of one of the tribes. Get rid of the insect gene line. We'll get rid of the clans. Okay, we'll get rid of the hive and leave the gene line then. And let's randomize. And I always like to go for 100% with a slightly higher population. This will take a little while to generate. But that's the way it goes when you're running something like this. The number of mods I've got is quite high, and so whenever we're generating a world or we're loading the game, it takes a couple of minutes. But one of the things you will notice is there's a lot of different backgrounds that have been scrolling through from the menu through here. That's one of the mods that I've added. It's purely cosmetic, they just add a lot more backgrounds to the game, and I just think it helps to make the game look a little prettier. Excellent, so where do we want to go? As usual, I do prefer going with a temperate zone, and we're looking for a mountain base. We want granite and marble, ideally. Marble and granite, that will do. 30 days of growth isn't great though, so we want to try and look for somewhere where we get at least 40. Year round would be ideal. But obviously looking for a perfect tile can take some time. And so don't mind if it's a coastal tile either. Marble and granite with caves. That one will do, I think. Year round. Yeah. And we are going to go with a fluid custom ideology. And let's see, what do we want? I think I've... we're going to go with a corporate origin, I think. And so we get to pick the first meme. And so what I'm going to do is... usually I would go city builders, but I do want to go through the game and do some caravanning, and going with city builders does tend to make that a little bit impossible, because you get major mood debuffs for travelling, even if it's on a caravan for a mission. Industrialism... no. Let's go with something a little simpler. Let's go with Really, see, this decision will determine how we set things up in the start. And I'm just trying to, who we want? You know what? Let's go with industrialism. Okay, so let's randomize the symbols. Productive way. And let's remove that one. I'll just stay with the corporate. We'll keep that as it is. Dumb labour is exalted. We've got high mining yield. Apostasy is accepted. Yeah, that will stay for now. I always set slavery to abhorrent. Respected execution. No rules on clothing. Organ use is acceptable. Cannibalism is acceptable. Eating aliens is acceptable. Fungus, don't care. Okay. Alien races are respected. Insect meat is don't care. We're going to go for very fast research. Slavery is abhorrent. Okay. Keep names. So let's go with that, and that'll be fine. So we've got the burial. We've got the drum party, Sky Lantern Festival, and this screen has changed a little bit because I have added in the ideology updates. So let's add another social festival. And we'll leave it at that. And Sky Burial. Yeah, and instead of Neil Pillows, we'll go with Pews. That logo is fine. Relics, we have a Crypto Shield, an Eltec Staff, and a suit of Recon Armor, which should be quite interesting as far as relics go. Everyone needs to be wearing button-down shirts, and in this corporation we don't have any rules on tattoos or hairstyles, so go buck wild. Okay, so now we start with 5 pawns. Grey is immediately out, because royal jelly addictions, if they get into withdrawal, it will potentially turn them into a mega spider. I don't need mega spiders. I just don't need mega spiders. No thank you. Gorilla, Trigger Happy, Mad Surgeon, Fast Learner, Pessimist, and Menagerist. Quite a solid fighter with some animals. Might be useful, so he's got a little bit of mining skill, so we'll leave him there as a maybe. Red is cancerous, frail, with cataracts, and is only 69, quite young for that many things wrong. But that's Red is an instant no. Okay, Annoying Voice, Hard Worker, and Wanderlust. Hard Worker, 20 plus, good melee skill, very good plants, and reasonably decent medical. They are going to stay. Grasshopper is Gorilla's sister. 67, getting on a bit. Quite high mining skill, good cooking skill, good crafting. Depressive, bloodlust, and abrasive. They're going to be problematic. So that's a no. So Bourbet is a butcher, couch potato, very neurotic, eccentric, and industrious. they will break very often. So they're out. Labocar. They have a leg injury, good at social and intellectual. They are depressive and a slob. They're not bothered by messes. They'll make a lot more mess. They've got a bit of mining, a bit of animals. But they would make a good leader. So I think we'll keep them. Barbarindo is asthmatic. Quite a good pawn otherwise, but they are asthmatic. Okay, so we're going to randomize Barbarindo. World Weary and Cat Person. They've got good construction, good social, a little bit of crafting, a little bit of plants. They're good. I'm keeping them. So what have we got? We've got animals, plants, mining, construction. We need someone with cooking, ideally. So we're going to randomize Grey. Young, annoying voice, heat inclined, and wanderlust. A double flame in cooking should get us up above 5 quite quickly. Single flame passion in mining. They're also reasonable intellectual. You know what? I like them. We're going to keep them on. So let's have a look at what our map looks like to start off with. We do have the map reroll mod. So if we don't like how the map looks, or if it's a very janky map, or if it's got some things that I don't particularly want to face straight off, then we will look at resetting the map. It's going to take a minute to load up properly. Okay, so let's zoom out and have a look. So we've got, are there any insectoids around? Yes, we've got a set of insectoids there. And nothing that we can see open up there. Lots of beds around. But you know what? Let's reroll. And so what the map reroll mod does is it will present you with options for a new map. You get to see a quick preview, and then you can either choose to generate it or go back and generate some more. This one I like the look of, as it's got a nice isolated bit that we can defend quite easily. And very limited on the caves. So let's generate this one and see how it looks. Okay, so again we've got beds and partial structures. Those are always good. There's no insectoids there, which is a positive. We've got some more old structures there, plenty of scrap. There's some grown zones there we might use in the future. Some there. We've got a little bit of water that we can use to fish in if we want. Let's have a look around, see if there's any threats. Because sometimes what you will find is there will be threatening creatures, or sometimes even mechanoids starting out on the map as an enemy faction. And while that can be interesting, it's also a pain in the backside when you're starting off as tribals. So it looks like we're going to be going down here. We've got a couple of beds, which would be great to start off with, and we've got a structure here. So what we'll do is we'll probably dig out and use this structure to start off with. Okay. And we want to try and get at least one of the geysers inside the base here. So there's going to be one there, one there. We'll reroll again. And again. 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 And again. There's one there. Okay, so we've got one in the base there, one just outside the base there. That's not terrible, so we'll keep those as they are. Okay, so we have shooting and melee. He's mostly melee, so we'll move him to that side. He's shooting. Mostly shooting. Mostly shooting. Okay, so so shooting, we want short bow, and we'll give you the peeler. Melee, we will give you the equa, and have the club. Set those to all American. Okay, so what we want to do now is we'll probably set this up as storage. So if we set up the stockpile zone here, they will haul into that area, and structures, we'll just block off that there, and that there. We'll put a couple doors in. And orders, we will claim everything there. And zone, dumping stockpile, we will put down here. Get rid of that one tile. So that will give us those to get rid of. And we'll put it up on triple speed. What animals do we have? We have a Nightling who can haul, a Corgi who can't, and a Poodle who can. So that's pretty okay, because dogs and Nightlings, I believe, are omnivores, so they will eat vegetables and vegetarian meals. Cats are obligate carnivores, and so in a colony they will only eat meat and meat-based products. But dogs are a little more flexible. They can haul as well, which is great. They're each bonded to a different pawn, and they can all be zoned, which makes it easier to keep them under control. We have another quite good bedroom down here, and a plasteel horseshoes pin. So we'll reinstall the horseshoes pin because that will be very useful. And we'll put it about there, that'll do. We'll chop down these trees. We will need supplies, so we'll chop down all of the wood we can in here. That will give us a solid supply of wood to start off with. Okay, and now we want to look at set this to fine. Everyone's going to be using herbal medicine to start off with, and let's edit this. We don't want anything tainted, and we don't want anything torn. We'll turn off noble apparel, turn off prestige, Eltex, turn off the Eltex stuff, Okay. So let people get that stuff together there. Okay, so they're starting to put up that there, so we'll build that there, get rid of that and that and that. Let's see what's everyone's priorities. So everyone that can do reasonably well, okay, 4 mining will do, 4 construction will do. Green is our... No, green is not. Who is the one with the best cooking skill? So, Minyoka. Need to set you on cooking. It's about the only thing you're going to be doing by the looks of it. But that is fine with me. So, we'll set everyone to do research when they're not doing everything else. For now, I'm going to leave it on automatic priorities like this. Purely because it will help just to have everyone doing everything they're capable of to start off with. So we'll uninstall that, uninstall that, take that out. We'll clear the home area from there because we don't need that. Orders to deconstruct, all of that. Okay. We'll probably need that there. And let's mine out these buildings here. One of the things probably we'll need to do is, that's what I like to see, area revealed and revealed virtually nothing. Wonderful. So while they're all going to bed, we will set up some grow zones. So we'll start off with this area here, get rid of those smaller bits, and we'll set this as our rice. I always go with rice first because rice grows quite fast and it's good for supporting a burgeoning colony. And we'll set up this one here. It's going to be a slightly bigger zone that we will set as corn. And then we'll set up the one next to it. This will be our cotton. And then we'll set up a smaller zone here, which will be our heel root. If I can find it, there we go. And then we'll set up another small one here, which will be our tinctoria, which will be for dyeing clothes and hair. But let's everyone sleep. Apart from Nikita, she's wide awake, as you expect from a nightling. And before I forget, the autosave, we do have the tilled soil mod, so let's get that set up as well. So this will grow a little bit faster. Let's get all of these tiles set. Now for most crops you can just till soil after they've been planted. The heel root you can't, and the same goes for trees. So any trees in there will automatically be chopped down as they're laying the floor. Looks like we've got some supplies coming in here as well. Right, let's claim that there. And Gorilla, can you do me a favour? Let's... Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's going to take a little bit of time to dig these rooms out here. So if I go orders mine, they will only mine the areas that need mining. There we go, so we've got another bed there. It's an awful one, but we'll claim it. We only got the one set to mining. No, but everyone else is busy doing other things, which is good. They're planting out the rice and some of the corn and the cotton. As long as we get everything planted eventually, that's all I need. So that we can see that we do have full walls in there, which is good. So let's claim those. And so they are sleeping outside initially. Not great, but we can make it work. And you know what? We'll probably get rid of that bed and put this this good bed in there. This one, that's also a good bed, so we'll uninstall that one. You see, there's also some tilled soil from the remains of this little colony. Zone, we'll remove the home zone from there. Okay, looks like things are going quite well. And they're holding a party. Excellent. We love a bit of a mood boost. Is anyone good at fishing? We've got a couple that are good at it, so we will set up a fishing zone for them. In fact, we'll set up 2. We'll set up fishing zone 2 there, and we'll have both of these. We'll have one catching medium, one catching large. We'll expand that to cover those. And fill in the tilled soil. It's good there. So we've got some steel, we've got some wood, we've got a few bricks as well. So having a few bedrooms, good start. Malnourished shite. Okay. Harvest the bearberries. Refuse visitors until we have guest beds. Harvest all fully grown in those. No, berries better than nothing. And that's another awful bed, so we'll get rid of that one. And so we'll install that bed there. Install that bed there. And someone is going to need to share. Do we have anyone? So red crocodile is not in our... Okay, so we have no one that's part of a couple, so someone will need to have an extra bed in their room. We can certainly get that sorted. Main thing we need to watch out for is the malnutrition. Everyone's suffering from it. Labokar is up to minor malnutrition, which is close to 40%. The rice has been planted, but we need... okay, come and harvest these berries for me, please. And everyone should rush to these and eat. See how quickly they shifted those about, but it gives us some food just to tide us over until the rice comes through. And we'll deconstruct again there. And we'll pull up these floors. And we will do the same here. Pull up those floors. Deconstruct everything there. Okay. So now we have 4 beds, so we can get rid of those. A mad red panda. So for the time being, we'll just put a sleeping spot in there. Where is this? This red panda is close. Ooh. So you two go there. Nice line up behind them. Good shot. 1 shot, 1 kill with the peeler. That's what we like to see. And production. We'll stick a butcher's table. We'll actually stick that outside next to the stockpile. And we'll stick a stove indoors. And let's stick a research bench there. And furniture, we want a torch lamp there. And research, we want to start with stone cutting. Meal source, we'll cook simple meals, do until X. And we want to set it to 10 above our number of colonists. And we will allow everything in those meals. So we're still on starvation, which means it's still malnourished. But the rice is coming along nicely. 61%, so we're getting there. Labocar has food poisoning from the berries. Wonderful. Okay. Those things can go. These are all sandstone walls. Not the greatest, but also not the worst. As far as defensive goes, they can go. So the anima tree is not that far away. It's still a bit of a pain if we'd need to run back and defend, though. So I do like this map, though. So we'd be looking at defending through this area, which is quite easy to set up defences for. Okay, Labocar is major break risk again, means he is malnourished again. 81% on the rice. We're getting there, but not quite fast enough, so... Okay, let's go. I like the Grey Mountain Nation. It's a fitting name for what it is. Let's go see if it comes up with a decent name. Grey Ridge, that'll be fine. So get rid of those. So, how are our hunters looking? We've got Gorilla and Labocar. Gorilla does not have a ranged weapon, but she does have ranged skill. Cargo apparel. Okay. We have a pair of boots. Okay, so what we want to do is we want production and a crafting spot. And we want to... we'll make a war mass to start off with, and we'll make 3 recurve bows as well. Who have we got on crafting? Green is our crafter. They're currently constructing. That's fine. And of course Labacar is psychotic wandering, as he is still malnourished because he threw up everything. Genius. Right, so the rice should finish growing tomorrow, and then we'll start getting some meals. Get some meal prep done. So we'll let them run for the moment. See how things are going. Okay. Where is Labacar going? Consuming a dead rat. Well, he's going to feed himself, but yeah, that's not great. But I suppose we gave him very little option. There is no food in the colony. Let's see. Depressive slob, world weary cat person, annoyed with singing line. Okay. Okay, we've got no night owls, which is good. It means I don't need to modify any schedules. What we will do is we'll pencil in some recreation at the end of every day for people. Colonist needs rescue. Oh, damn. Extreme malnutrition. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good. That's it, feed her. Don't care if it's raw, just feed them. Who is our chef? Okay. Green, you're going to be doing a bit of cooking for me, mate. Oh no, we're alright. Minoka, get some cooking on for me, please. And what we want to do as well is we want to drop that where it is. And we did not do this, so butcher creature do forever details, and we'll allow all. And we've got our first raid. Good, Labacar has found a bed. Okay. Lean Davos. The Dynasty of Theum. Bit of melee skill. And they have a hatchet. Are they attacking immediately? They'll wait for a while. That is okay by me. And we'll harvest those apples because they will come in handy. So we're building up some meals now. That will be helpful. And their attack is coming in. Just going to make sure we've got all floors in the bedrooms. Everyone, let's get up and make this a fight. Oh, how did that miss? So, are they any use? Not particularly. What's their gear like? A normal head wrap. Strip and then finish off. I think they'll make a useful meal. What are they? They're a human. So human meat, we can eat human meat. So things are going quite well for this start so far. Could do with Labacar breaking his, breaking his mental break. Just muted myself so I could have some of my tea without deafening some of you. There we go, Labacar has come back round. Screen, recreation starved. You know what, we'll do recreation at the start of the day as well. Gives us a good solid block of time where they're working. But it means they shouldn't get the recreation starved debuff. So everyone should now be working. We've got meals being made. Everything's being planted. Alright, so we'll get those pulled in. Who is our best planter? Okay, you can equip the hatchet as a sidearm. That'll increase his plant work speed, but we'll use the club as his main weapon, really. Excellent, so what we'll do, so go into here and we'll disable the war mask and the tribal headdress, because I know those are used in our ideology. And we'll go new outfit. Nope, that's the wrong one. We'll change that to leader / morale. There's no slash here. Same rules before, no tainted and anything over 50%, but we'll leave everything allowed. So only our leaders and morale will use the headdress and the tribal when we build one. And what we want is we will need a ritual spot outdoors for the Sky Lantern Festival. We have no usable materials, so Minoka, come and do some butchering for me, please. That should give us some human leather, and it has given us enough to make a drum. So we'll put that there. So that allows us to do the oh, my brain is melting. To do the drum ritual. We'll build a styling station just in case anyone asks for it. But what we'll do is we'll throw down all of these spots here. Not a meditation spot. An outpost. I haven't played too much with the outposts, so we'll see what that does later in this run. Sky burial spot. We will need one of those, so let's make one out of marble, and let's put them there for now. I don't know how those work, but we will find out. We even got some fish, we've got some salmon. What we'll do later is, because I do have a mod for sushi, so what we'll do later is once our food production is up and running, we'll use primarily corn for our meals, and we'll use rice and fish for our sushi, because eating sushi does give you a very small buff. Okay, recurve bows. So they look slightly different because each ideology each style can give differences to the look of some of the items. And so these are the corporate origin bows. So let's get everyone. You can keep. Let's give that. We'll make 2 more recurve bows. We'll change that. We'll change do until X. We'll do that to 5. Counter equipped. And anything normal or better. And yeah, that'll do. Count 1 away as well. Just because I want to give everyone, reasonable bows. I don't like using items that are anything less than normal. But we've got a decent supply of meals. We will do is we'll set a couple of food baskets there. That'll just expand our food storage a little bit. So we'll put our raw food in these. We'll eventually transfer them into a fridge setup when we get there. But I think the plan will be we won't be staying there the entire time. I think we'll dig into this mountain here and have maybe a path coming out up here, a couple paths coming out here and here, and then the main majority of the base in this mountain here. It does then give us the option to expand all of this way or go up further into this bit here. And this is the royalty mission, the ambushed dame. Manhunting Somali cats. So we'll accept that with Labokar. Alexios is the royal who is running. And there is the manhunting Somali cat. So we'll just send out Chorobudon. Should be able to handle a cat on his own. A few small wounds. Who are our doctors? Okay, so it's 3 of them. Medical tab. Then self-tend on. Tend to himself. And we'll shift that corpse out of the way. And Alexius is playing horseshoes. Excellent. Has he got any powers? He's got no powers. They're useful. Wonderful. Let's set that up to auto load, and off he goes. Quest complete. Yeoman ceremony. Let's get that done. I like how they're landing in the base. Makes it so much easier to handle. Oh no, not the party of production. We want the bestowing ceremony. Now, this is where we keep our fingers crossed for Labokar getting a good sidecast. It would be helpful to get something like Word of Trust. Oh, I love that role. I love that role. Word of Trust is a very powerful sidecast. It makes it a lot easier for us to recruit new pawns. So getting that on the first ceremony is wonderful. And he got an honourable ceremony. That's all we can ask for. This infection is going to be a pain in the backside though. But immunity, gaining quite fast. The infection's speeding up though. We'll get rid of these old lights and we'll build some new torches. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. And then when his next 10 comes around, the additional light should help. He's staying a good 13%. above it, so so we'll allow all but no meals. Allow all but no meals. Because they're set to important, anything should be moved from here into them. Like that. And what we want to do is Labocar, we're going to set to our leader / morale. And then in the morning we'll give him the moral leader role. Okay, he just went and tended his own thing instead of staying in bed, but he's a good 20 odd points above it, so I can forgive that. So role change, Labocar, and we're going to set him as the manager of production. Got to promote our managers. Excellent. And then, let's see. Should be started at a campfire, so we can certainly do that. So, put that there. So, eventually, most of this will be moved into a dedicated room, but for now, we'll do it out here. So, we'll get the drum party going. And this is just so we can stack some points and build our ideology. Excellent. Unforgettable is great, so we get 2 development points. We do need, I believe, 10 to get our first reform. And there is the party of production, but we're missing a few things, so we'll save that one for later. At the moment, everyone's looking relatively happy except for Labocar. But he did sleep on the ground, so I can understand him being pissed. Okay, so we do have another bow for you, so we'll get that one sorted. Got another poor one as well. So everyone's doing their socialising at the end of the day, and then they'll all head to bed. Cotton should be coming through fairly soon, so what we'll do is we'll probably we've got enough marble blocks, so that's So that's 6 by 7. Okay. Build copy there. Build wood floors. Put in a torch. And we'll give him a double bedroll when the cloth comes in. And then that will be Labocar's room, so he's not sleeping on the floor in someone else's. And there was some chunks of spacecraft that have landed nearby. They landed quite nearby. There we go. Now four chunks. That's nice. Exploration of the rundown lab. So this is one of the quests added with the vanilla expanded genetics mods. I've not dug into these too much, but they do add new raids as well, which are quite interesting. Some of the creatures can be tough to deal with, but we shall see how that goes. One of the things I want to do, we've got a good supply of wood, and we've got some here as well. is we want to set up the first version of our defensive setup. So we're going to go with wood walls. We'll start off here. And we'll do it that way. And we'll build it nice and long. And we want to build a few doors through here. Cut the plants in there, cut the plants through there. And under security, we want to make sure that we're building in between the doors so that our pawns are never walking over them. So we'll build plans all the way out here. And we'll do the same thing with the doors. So doors where there are, and the reason we're building doors is so that our pawns can come in, rebuild these traps as and when they need to, but enemies can't pass through doors unless they choose to destroy them. So this will take a bit of construction, but the traps will weaken anything that comes through. Anything that survives will split off this direction or this direction to come through to here, and it will just make things a little bit easier to handle. But let's put in a column there as well, so they're forced into this spot here. Labocar, you come and talk to Falcon. I didn't click arrest, did I? Trade. Don't want to arrest them, trade with them. Okay, let's see, what do we have? We have a bit of human leather. Get rid of that tribal wear. Tribal headdresses, nice. So I think we'll have that one. Quivers. Can we sell? Sell the remnant of human leather. We've got quite a lot of thermal medicine. So if we sell, no, so minus 45. That gets us some money instead of losing us money. That'll do. Don't want to be too greedy this early on. A bit of profit's always nice to have. As we are running low on wood, but it's this being a temperate zone, we have plenty to spare. Okay, so set the owner for that as Labocar. Get rid of that, and now everyone is in their own rooms. We'll make another wooden war mass, see if we can make a better one than poor. Cooking's now up to nearly 6. It was 4 at the start. That is what we like to see. Okay, everything seems to be settling in nicely. The corn is coming along. The cotton's almost all fully grown. And they've given us a gift of a scarf. It's always nice. And the next thing will be working on research. And we've got plenty of steel around initially, which is good to have. Things are looking fairly solid for this start. Oh, 36 simple meals have just rotted away, but that is par for the course. That's what happens, really. But we'll keep on at it. Things will inevitably happen like that. But we have some, and we have some food in stockpile, so they can be replaced. The next harvest of rice is almost already done. As I said, the corn takes a long time to grow, but it has a very high yield, and so that would give us a lot of food stock, and it lasts quite a long time as well. I'm just going to mute for a second. Bit more of my tea. It's gone a little cold, but every Brit knows that you don't waste good tea. Even if it goes cold, it's still better than not having tea at all. And here we go, we have another raid. This is, the Unending Enclave. So this is one of the factions that comes with the Android Tiers mod. As you can see, they are androids. These are both Tier 1 androids, which are the most basic level. They are weaker than humans, but what they lack in strength, they make up for in the fact that they are very hard to down. You have to either destroy them outright, or you have to get a very lucky roll to down them. They also don't sleep. So as long as they have nutrition, access to food, they will just continually work and work and work. I do like having a couple of androids in the base, because, as I said, they don't sleep. They just work 24/7. The Tier 1s will always have simple-minded, so they are very bad in social situations, but they get a permanent mood boost. They will rarely, if ever, break. And yeah, they just work, and that is it. Hate humanity is one of those traits that some androids get. Every Tier 5 android has it. The Tier 5 androids are only from a special event. And the last time I had a Tier 5 android in my colony, it had a mental break, and it started ripping limbs off people. Because all it will do is it will go on a berserk rampage. But they're going to prepare for a while and then attack. They won't make it through this this defensive setup. They'll get through a couple of the traps. As I said, androids can take quite a bit more punishment than humans, but they will drop. So I'm not too bothered about this raid, as long as everyone's inside the base when they show up. Here they go. Okay, so what I want to do really is set up area 1 as anything inside the base, because Nikita is outside and that is not a good place to be during a raid. So let's go like that, and we'll set the animals to area 1. You can haul as long as you're inside the base. There we go. So he made it through 2 traps and downed. And we've got a free hatchet, which is always nice. And androids, I believe, we're going to be destroying them on here. Smash mechanoid. Does that include... No, it doesn't. So it'd probably be one of the butcher creatures, but we'll see what happens. There we go. Yeah, it's being butchered. Gets us some free components. But we'll set Smash Mechanoid do forever anyway, because it's always useful to have. And I can't believe I didn't check this before. Make sure everyone's got roofs. Animal transport pod crash. Ben. We're not going to make it to Ben in time. Someone go and hunt Ben. Only 5 hours on that. Some more ruins there. A Muffalo has gone mad. Wonderful. Run, run, run. Come on, run. Please tell me it's got more bleeding wounds. There we go. Oh, and get another shot off. Another one. You going for that corpse? Yes, you are. Good man. Buffaloes can take a lot of punishment. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. There we go. Go and take that corpse in, please. So I don't mind having a single mad muffalo. They drop quite comfortably, but they're useful for food. Who had that? Yes. Swap out the hatchets, please. Keeping penguins. 2 penguins for 7 days. I think we can do that. Let's get Labacar a little more. Do penguins need... No, penguins can be zoned. That's what we like to see. So we've got Snuggy and Boca, the penguins. Let's make some animal sleeping spots. Everyone can get a sleeping spot out there. Actually, you know what? Let's give everyone an animal bed. Be a little more comfortable. But things are fairly solid. It looks like we've harvested some of the rice. So the food situation is stable. We go some comfy beds. Okay, let's just leave them to run for now. As Minoka's keeping us well fed, plenty of cloth, cleaning, we're making weapons. We should start doing some research soon as well. This is what I like to see. The colony is running smoothly. We do have another war mask. Let's see, has he changed out? No, we've got another poor war mask. We're not having good luck with the war masks, but better luck with the recurve bows. So we'll equip as a sidearm. So now both of our hunters have ranged weapons, which is what we like to see. Okay. So I think next up we'll be probably expanding this room out. Or we'll be, I think no, we'll start by setting up the internal area here. So let's go ahead, find a 3-tile wide corridor, and we can't quite fit in there, so what we'll do is we'll do 4x5 rooms. And we'll go there. 4x5 rooms. I hate it when that happens. The autosave and the roaming monstrosities. And as I said, we'll have multiple tunnels coming out. So, what monstrosities have we got? It's just the one, but it's a beetle. Oh no, we've got two. There is also a woman bear. Excellent. But the beetle fleet will probably blow up when it comes through. So everyone stick where you are for now. Thought it would. Okay, everyone out. Put the fire out, please. Beetle fleet. Yeah, it's a pain in the backside, but it's the way it goes sometimes. We've just had a hare crushed to death. But we've got a little bit more steel in the form, well, steel and components in the form of another set of ship chunks. There's a whole chunk of steel there. Components, steel, components, more components, more components, more steel there, more steel there, more steel there. What else do we have? More steel, more steel. Big chunk of steel, more components. So this is quite a resource-rich map. Got silver, more steel, more steel. More steel. That's what we like to see. there's even more steel in there as well. And then God knows what we find in here. But things are running relatively smoothly. It's like what... It's... yeah, it's nice when things are running well. Okay, let's have a look. Everyone's all asleep. That's what we like to see. So when things are calm like this, it can certainly be a bit unnerving at times. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this zone over here, just so we fill this out with everything we pull out from here. Let's see, my phone keeps going off. Nothing important. But it's the way it goes. It is currently 8:30. Anyone that needs to get in touch with me would have done so during the day. Although, you know, the fatigue from COVID is just... I'm feeling it now. And I had a nap this afternoon. I've had plenty of tea. I'm usually, by this point of the night, I'm usually a little more energetic, a little more awake. But it's rough. It's hard to work sometimes. It can get exhausting. But what can we do? There's literally nothing else I can do other than get used to it, try and work through it, keep pushing, keep on working. And eventually things will either get better or they won't. But there's no sense in beating myself up over it. But yeah, if there is anyone out there, you don't know how to start a conversation, you're not sure what to say, what to talk about, if you've got any questions about RimWorld or any of the playthroughs that I have done, what my experience is, anything like that, please feel free to ask. Alternatively, we do have !QOTD, which is question of the day. It's an interesting one for today. It's if you could be transported into any game world, which one would you pick and why? Or if you want to take a look at the mods that we're running, I have updated the !mods command, so it now does have a link to a Steam collection, which has every single mod we're running. That is completely up to date. All of those mods do work together without generating any crash messages. It can take a little bit of time just shifting things around. One of the things I do want to do is go through and put together an ideal load order. So what I'm planning on doing probably this weekend is I'll pull down my current load order and I'll compare it with the collection, and I'll see if I can get things rearranged so that it says if you load these mods in this order, the game should run fine with very little interruption. It did take me a bit of troubleshooting to get to make sure they one, all run together, and two, to get them to load without generating errors. As with any heavily modded game, if there's one thing out of place in one mod, it can have a knock-on effect and take out so many others. But as you can see, things are running relatively smoothly. We've been on triple speed now for pretty much the entire game. I've got it set to auto-pause on any threat. So as soon as any red envelope, any threat message comes up, the game will automatically pause. Obviously, there are quite a few people out there who do play no pause challenges. While I think I probably could do that, I don't quite want to do it yet. Maybe if I can recover a bit more, get some more of my energy back up. Nice patch leather hood. We'll take that in, please. But yeah, things are moving. Things are. I mean, I'm still here. I'm still alive. Still kicking. So there's not much I can really complain about. Let's build some cover in here for people. And really could do with a third melee pawn. It would be helpful. Hey, your bedroom's not that awful. It's actually pretty decent. You've got a poor bed. Let's give you the dresser, and let's put some plant pots in. You know, we'll put some bonsai pots in as well. Give everyone some plant life to enjoy. Chop wood. Wood. Do need more wood. So we'll take those out there. We'll have you come down and chop all of these in here. Just take out many trees, and what I'll probably do is have this area here we set as a growing zone, and we'll take it to there. These little bits here, and because we are a tribal start, we do start with tree growing, so we'll set that to grow poplars, and we set this on tilled soil. These will grow as fast as they are able to. It will take a long time for those to grow, but we'll just continually chop down trees as and when we need them until this becomes a self-sustaining little area. Everyone's heading to bed now. Oh, sorry, just had quite a big yawn then. Oh no, who's got the plague? Gorilla and Green have both got the plague. Not good. So we'll send our best doctor to them. Some herbal medicine. Only a 38. Not great. The plague is progressing quite fast. A 53 is better on Green. Gorilla might be in trouble though. They are currently awake, so let's preach health. That will help offset the bad tend by giving them an extra boost. Green should be okay. It is unfortunately the way of things. The plague is not fun to have to deal with. So we're catching up on that one. It's about level. This one's just a point or two ahead. It's the unfortunate thing, the plague does progress quite quickly. So we're just pulling ahead there now as well. Can be tended in 3 hours, so we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll have Chai tend that as and when he's able. So he's now planting some trees for us. 2, 1, okay. Prioritize tending for me. Only 27, that was not great. Not great at all. Green, you could do with going to bed, please. You're going to tend yourself in the darkness. You genius. Still a better tend than Chai got on that. That's ridiculous. Chai's our best doctor as well. How do you get a better tend than our best doctor? It's not going to be great. So green's probably going to pull through quite comfortably. That is frustrating to say the least. But we'll say 57 to 52, 58 to 52. Not terrible. Green 56. Could be worse. Could be worse, for sure. Hello and welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're doing alright. I do have, I believe they should be anonymous follow alerts. So if you do want to just lurk along, please feel free. Ship to the stars. I won't be doing that, so we'll scrap that one. And I'm not going to attack the logging work site. Not just yet, anyway. The plague, that one, 76 to 69. Green, what are you doing? It's going to tend themselves. Come on, do better, do better, do better. 42. 4.3. That's going to be a problem. Okay. Oh dear. And Labacar's not going to get breach health back in time. As I said, that could be a problem. 82 to 76. I'm going to turn self-tend off for now. I think we might get another tend in, just in case. If we do, we want someone else to tend to them while they're in bed. 91 to 84. So I think Gorilla's going to be fine. Green is going to be it's going to be close. Unfortunately, I don't have any other medicine to attempt to use. What? Heat stroke? Oh god, it's 37. Oh no. I didn't think about the penguins and the heat. And Gorilla needs rescue. See, you should have been in bed. Why? Green. Green. Rest until healed. Gorilla. Medical. Rescue Gorilla. Okay, so the two penguins are dead. Means we failed the quest for them. Luckily it was only 4 honour, but that's... Ah, dear. Set owner, so that's going to be green. Okay, you're 96 to 98 to 93, so you're probably going to be safe. 96 to 92. Okay, you might survive. 98. 99, yeah, they're both going to survive. That's okay. So, that's going to be Gorilla's bed. Okay, everyone survived apart from the... See, Gorilla, why couldn't you just stay in bed instead of destroying 750 cloth? You're a pain in the backside. Okay, look, go and rescue. So just get up randomly, fine. Green, go to bed. Gorilla, go to bed. You don't need to be working, go to bed. So as much as I admire the work ethic, go to bed. What is it that's one of Samuel L. Jackson's kid books? Go the fuck to sleep. Derelict lab, no. Anima pod. We will harvest that for an anima tree seed. And so I need to shore that up a little bit. We've only got 6 granite blocks, so we'll throw in some marble. And so we're going to be hopefully making most of this into marble anyway as bedrooms. We probably should mine out doorways just in case. So I do have smarter construction, so they shouldn't build themselves into a trap. But just in case, it's always best to try and mitigate that problem. Okay, so we are at 41 degrees outdoors. That's a problem, so we're going to put some coolers in people's rooms. But we do need some wood, so who are our plant cutters? Labcar Green and Chardon. Go mining, sowing, sowing. I think your mood is probably the highest, so come and do some harvesting for me, please. You've also got the axe, so you're working the fastest as well. Oh dear. I don't know, sometimes who's having an affair? Oh, he's married to someone off colony. That's fine. Really don't need to be bothered about that. But that gives us a bit of wood. See how things go. And that's a boom rat. And bang, there we go. Everyone up on atom, go turn out this fire please. And free budget. It's always handy. They'll go and sort that stuff out as and when they can. Oh, we're building some coolers, which is always helpful. Doing a bit more mining. Ignore the cotton for now and come and get some more trees, please. We're going to need the wood. Okay. So they seem to be doing quite well. So things overall still going quite smooth. Looks like there's some ruins in there. Might dig them out later. It's all going to be scrap, but every little bit is useful. We'll haul 1,000 wood in. And what we'll do in here is the doors that we'll place will all be steel. And then we'll eventually replace all the walls with marble. It'll take some time to get done, especially since we're not doing much research at the moment. Probably because I keep distracting people, but once everything's up and running properly, I should be able to just leave them to it. But for now, they have their orders, and we'll let things run. So that's why I like having hauling pets, is they'll just go and do it for me. Nikita as well is, because she's a nightling, she's doing it in the middle of the night when everyone's asleep. Oh dear. So what I think I'll do is when we hit the 2-hour mark, which is just under 20 minutes from now, I'll take a quick bio break. I'll go and go and make another mug of tea, get some water, take some meds. I encourage everyone to do the same. Get up, stretch your legs, hydrate. Just generally move about. If you've got meds you need to take, make sure you take them. And just generally look after yourself. I know I need reminding to do it sometimes. But yeah, we can only do the best with what we've got. And yeah, sometimes a little reminder is all we need. But it looks like we're doing a bit of cleaning, which is always a good sign. It's why in the initial start of the colony I do like leaving the priorities on automatic like this, because it means when you see people doing the cleaning, you know that all the other jobs are being done. And once the cleaning's done, then we'll be looking at them doing the research. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set everyone to do research. And if anyone is free, even if they've got no skill, they'll be doing a little bit. And every little helps. You see they've nearly got all of the trees planted. Got any rituals that are nearly up? 2.1 days for the corporate fair. Oh dear. I really shouldn't be yawning this much, but I just can't avoid it at the moment. It's mad. Maddening how an infection can just affect you like that. just had a bit of a dry throat and nearly coughed down the mic. Okay, so the Unified Union looks like the... Yep, so the Unified Union is the friendly Android faction, and they've come with an Android trader, which should be interesting. We probably won't be able to afford anything they've got, but they may have an Android kit. What are you doing? I asked you to go trade. Go, go. No, not train. Trade. Good man. Okay. So they have some replacement parts. We have penguin egg, we can sell that. And they have 2. Marvin is a tier 3 android that we can't afford. They are a military sniper with careful shooter. They are quite good, but we can't afford them. 782. Elton to tier 1. Simple-minded, depressive and kind. Very good at plants. Medical. With a bit of mining. See, Elton is the kind of colonist I would like to have. Okay, we need to find 7. We need to find 400 and something from somewhere. Do we sell? We don't have enough. I'd have to sell another. I'd have to sell both animals. Unfortunately, we can't afford it right now. They're not willing to buy anything that we do have, and so it's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Would have been nice. Even a tier 1 android, they're slower, weaker than humans, but like I said before, they work through the night. They will just, as long as they've got food, they will just work and work and work. And you don't have to worry about food poisoning or anything like that. And with a simple-minded trait, they will rarely, if ever, have any mental breaks. You just set them go, and that's it. But what we'll do is we'll pick up some androids later in the playthrough. Probably not tonight, because it's going to take us a while to get there. So if we look at the research, so I have, as I said, lots of mods. So this is the standard set of research. And then we have Cooking Expanded, which adds some different food types. Androids have their own full tech tree, which starts off with basic robotics, tier 1 androids, artificial creatures, and then up through until you get to tier 4, battle mechs, things like that. Prosthetics, basic prosthetics, your basic stuff. Simple prosthetics all through to advanced bionics. Autopsy, which will allow you to take organs out of corpses. That comes in handy much later. Props, which are just decorative things you can lay down. I don't usually bother with this. Forget where it actually comes from. Expanded brewing for liquors and stuff, and specialist teas. Vanilla Expanded has their own research tree, which has a lot of depth, which includes beekeeping, war caskets, etc., laser weapons. Ultratech is the altered carbon, which allows you to hack into ancient cortical stacks, and you can also grow organs and actual bodies for people to be transferred into. SRTS Expanded gives us access to shuttles to fly around the planet. RT mods, I've only got the fuses mods, so you've got fuses and circuit breakers. And then we've got genetics research, which is another vanilla expanded genetics, vanilla genetics expanded. And you can build insectoids, you can build different combinations of creatures, like we saw with the monstrosities. Sometimes things go right and you end up with, you know, perfect beings that you've created. Sometimes things go very wrong and you end up with monstrosities. But you can even combine humans or human DNA with other sources to end up with human hybrids, which some colonies like, some colonies dislike. But I don't know if I'll dig into that myself, but I like having the option there just in case. As far as what ending I think I might go for, I don't think I want to go for the Archeonexus on this run, because I would rather stick with one colony and try and build it out as far as possible. So I think I might go as far as building our own ship, because I don't want to go and travel, and I don't feel like doing the royalty ending. So we'll have a look at building our own ship and see how that goes. But that is a long way off from here. Oh, we found some jade. That will come in handy for beautifying this specific area of the base, as it will let us build jade fences to increase the beauty of each of the rooms, which will help get rid of the debuffs like awful bedroom. Corporate fair is up, let's go. While we have some wood available, let's begin the corporate fair. So everyone will grab a stack of wood and we'll make some sky lanterns. And set them off flying. Look at them go. Oh dear. Oh great. Androids are on the way to try and smack us. Got Riley, Sam, Bradley and Luke. He's pretty strong. Pretty strong. That's shooting. They've got melee weapons. So they're not great, but they're attacking immediately, so they're coming through our traps. That's why I'm glad. Ooh. Unimpressive corporate fair. Only one development point. So what I'll do is I'll stack everyone there. You get out your equa, please. And everyone else can come back here. Are they both nimble? Oh dear, that's not going to be good. Okay, took a few wounds, but nothing terrible. Got some wine, a couple of corpses. So, let's haul that please, haul that please. Gorilla, what are you doing? Labacar is getting the tend on, that's alright. It's only a minor wound, so I don't mind it being tended by one of our lower level doctors. But oh dear, that was... I completely missed that those two were nimble. But Nope, the defences worked as they should. Held up quite well. So once we get all of this dug out, then once it's cleaned, everyone should start getting some research on. Let's stick a home zone over that, and we'll start doing the cleaning as and when we can. So let's zoom out and... wonderful. Okay, so the deserter quest I'm not going to be doing. Disease, infection, gorilla. What's infected this time? The right shoulder. Chabadan. You're already tending. Good man. Give us a good tend. 58. Solid tend. So we'll zoom out and let everyone go about their business. So they've just harvested most of the corn again. Stockpile in the empty vault. No, thank you. Steel working. No, no, no. So we'll just let people run for now. For a tribal start, this is going quite well. We had a few wobbles with food early on. But that's par of the course for a tribal start. The starting 500 pemmican does not go far and gets eaten very fast. But that's the way of the game. It's just how it goes. Have a look here. Yeah, things have settled down. This is on Strive to Survive with Cassandra, so it's not the hardest mode in the world, but it's also not the easiest. Cass, I find, is a good balance of storyteller. I do have a lot of storytellers available because I do have all of the vanilla expanded storyteller mods. So if I wanted to, we could change it to someone like Igor Invader or Empress Evil. But for now, sticking with Cass, Strive to Survive. I do generally have the most fun at this kind of level. I used to play almost exclusively on Blood and Dust. No, losing is fun. But since Ideology dropped and the changes that came along with that, losing is fun started to, ironically, not be as fun. There's a few things I still need to get a little more practice on when it comes to losing is fun, and the higher level play as we get deeper into the playthroughs. I'm still trying to find an ideal method of dealing with so I can't think straight with termites and thumper cannons. The way I usually deal with them is by going at them head on and trying to take them out outside the base. See, even with the nerfs that were made to them, they still tear through bases quite quickly. Especially if there's more than one. If there's one, you can usually lock it down a little easier. Romance need this. We got a romance need. Oh right, you. Gorilla is your lover, so Labocar, Gorilla. Okay, because they're not married, they can't share a bed. I didn't change that, did I? Usually I set love to free so that so that if they want to share a bed with their lover, they can. But I must have forgotten. Okay, so we have just about hit the 2-hour mark. So, as I said before, take a break, stretch your legs, grab some water, make some tea. I'm going to do the same, going to take some painkillers, and turn a few lights on. It's actually got a bit dark here. And I'll be back in 10 minutes or so, and I'll see you then. So, pause the game there. It's up the break screen. There we go. Okay, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay, I think we are back. Hope everyone's hydrated, taking any meds they need to take, stretch legs, stretch your arms, hands. I know my hands tend to get a little bit tight the longer I play. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Scarred Vulcan, also called Mike. I'm a tabletop RPG creator. I'm currently making subclasses for D&D 5th edition. And one of the things I do have is I suffer quite badly with arthritis. It does affect both of my hands, as well as multiple other places in my body. And so I do have to take painkillers regularly to help manage the condition. And so when it comes to taking regular breaks, stretching, always going to advocate for that because it's something I need to do for my own safety, my own health. And especially with the fatigue brought on from the aftermath of COVID, the pain on top of that is something I don't really want to be handling. And so, as I say, if you've got meds you need to take, if you need to take a stretch, do it. Stay hydrated as much as you can, and just look after yourselves. When I got back into running the colony, I've just noticed something. We have an overwall vent here, which is not great when temperatures outside get bad. That's just going to make temperatures in Green's bedroom worse. So we'll get rid of that. So as I said earlier, we do have a question of the day, which is !QOTD, which is, if you could be transported into any game world, which one would you pick and why? It's an interesting one. It's one that I've thought about a few times. I think the world of Cyberpunk would be interesting, although as far as Cyberpunk settings go, I think I would prefer Shadowrun. I don't know about many others, to be fair. Hold on. A cave crawler is hunting penguin. What? I have a penguin. Oh, I must have had an egg that hatched. He's not hunting the penguin anymore. Okay. As far as other game worlds I might like to live in, honestly, it's not something I've put a whole lot of thought into. As I said, Shadowrun would be interesting to live in. I don't think I'd last long there, but it'd be interesting. The world of any of the Star Trek games, again, I might last better in the Federation than anywhere else. But it's one of those things. It's, as much as I've had issues here in this life, I don't think I'd go anywhere really. That being said, some of the Mario worlds look quite fun. Definitely not the one from the movie. The movie looks absolutely terrible. I'd hate to live there. But that, that movie in itself was it's ended up being so bad that it's actually kind of good. It's one of those movies that I can just shut my brain off and watch. The world of The Witcher would be interesting. Again, I don't think I'd last long, but it'd be an interesting way to go out. There was something else. So this is the thing, that when I'm playing RimWorld, I see something and my brain clicks, but doesn't quite keep up. I just saw something I wanted to change and now I can't remember what it was. Oh well, it'll come to me. We're making our way through these bedrooms quite nicely. Oh dear. So what I think we'll do is we'll build another tunnel. Well, we'll dig out another tunnel coming down here. We'll have probably a storage room here, then a workshop further south, I think. Let's see how those fit in. Because what we can do is we can set the... Okay. No, I want to cancel that one. So none of this is connected. They won't dig it out yet. Okay, so let's see how they fit. So it'd be 4 by 11 there. So we could do 11 by 11 and it wouldn't collapse. And 11 by 11 would bring that down here. And across there, and up there. So we could do two 11 by 11. Because this won't be a traditional RimWorld mass storage where you just throw everything on the floor. Once we eventually get furniture, we get different storage mediums. And we'll be able to store things a little more organised. The crocodiles and starry. 3 man-hunting crocodiles. He is a body modder, a mad surgeon, animal lover, and volatile. He's an elf. Social, intellectual, and plants. I think we will accept him. And I think they said he's also a melee pawn. So we'll move him over there. And there's the crocs, so they are on him already. So, Starry, you can go and hide. You two there. 3 across there. He should be able to get in through the doors before they get here. Yep, so they should die on the traps. There we go. Finish off that croc for me, please. And we did get one of them that didn't rot, which is always helpful. Gives us a little bit of meat and leather to work with. It's one of the changes they did make to manhunters quite a while ago, especially Scaria manhunters, as is a large proportion of them will rot immediately upon death, because it's getting to the point where manhunter raids were extremely profitable. You could feed your entire colony for weeks. And the amount of leather was, it was a little bit high. We're going to be rebuilding those traps. We're low on wood again. We'll rebuild what we can. Chop wood. And I've just remembered, I thought that my brain is on a melt. we could do with setting up a bedroom for our new colonist. So we'll go through, put some doors on here. We'll set up this one quickly. Cloth double. A torch. Plant pot and a bonsai. Okay, you can come out here and harvest some trees for me, please. Gorilla and Starry. What is Gorilla up to? Hit his pet. You've got food poisoning again. My god. I don't know. What is Starry good at? Okay, plants, melee, social, intellectual. Fair enough. Starry is now on a wander. Wonderful. Okay, so let's get that set and work. Starry is set there. Yep, that'll do. Assign. We want fine meals only. And that. Okay, what is your ideology? Human primacy, isolationist, transhumist. Being recruited is forbidden. So you probably hate that. Oh dear. Assign that to Starry. But try to arrest him. Okay, prisoner. We want to convert. Will take some time, but ooh, a Sky Steel 6. That should be interesting. Okay, let's shift those out there. Yeah, green just dropped that for him. That's okay. No cortical stack. Awful prison cell. Frustrated. Malnourished. So his certainty's quite low already, so it should be a decent conversion chance. Let's do a conversion ritual. We'll try that, and then we'll use the conversion power. We should be able to bring it down quite low. Down to 24%. Very nice. Plus another development point. It's always helpful. So come on, take him back to bed. And lock a bar. Hit him with the conversion as well. And he's part of our ideology. Excellent. So we will release. Excellent, there we go. That was nice and easy. He will have the was imprisoned thing for 12 days, but we should be able to improve his mood nicely. Gorilla's going to hide in the room. Their they're just generally upset. Right, things should start settling down. Okay. We can keep forgetting. We'll set that to Starry. You can stop sleeping outside and you can get a bed. Should improve your mood a little bit. And Nikita's hauling throughout the night again. Who's starving? Gorilla. Well, you could go feed yourself if you really wanted to. As that's how food works. It is there so you can eat it. So for tonight, I'll probably end up going for 4 hours in total. So another hour and a half-ish. Once we get to that point, I'll see how I feel. This is the first day back streaming. And the fatigue setting in quite rapidly. But I do want to try and get back into streaming more regularly. My original schedule I'm probably going to throw out of the window. That was set originally when I thought I was going to be working full time. As it stands, I'm not currently working, so I'll probably stream a little more often. So I'm thinking I might stream tomorrow as well, and then probably over the weekend. Not sure whether it'll be both Saturday and Sunday, but who knows? Probably both. Purely because I do miss streaming. It's good fun. And yeah, I need something to keep me busy as well. I have been working on D&D subclasses again. I had the Pathfinder Rogue subclass come back from the playtesters a couple of months ago with their notes. So yesterday, while I was struggling to sleep, I went through and finished getting that typed up and formatted, and so I released that on my itch.io page and on Google Drive. The links for those you can find in my bio below. You can also find them as the pinned post on my Twitter. Both my itch and my Twitter are under Scarred Vulcan. And anything that I release through those will always be set as pay what you want. The Google Drive is completely free, and it will always be completely free. It has all 10 of the current subclasses that I've made, including a roadmap, which will tell you what I'm currently working on, which is a Bard subclass and a Ranger subclass. It will also eventually have sample characters for those subclasses, as well as character art. That is the plan. Once I get all of that brought together, I then do plan on bringing it together into a single document, which will be called Storm and Sunder. and once that is brought together, I will probably still have all of the individual content available for free. But I do think that the final pull together book itself might have a small cost. But as I said, all of the content will be available for free. Purely because I know I have to value my time. But as a creator myself, as someone who has used a lot of homebrew for D&D, I have seen the trends that do see that people tend to buy more content when it's optional to pay for it, and it's an odd thing to say, but the people who do release both paid and pay what you want or free content do find that they receive more revenue from the pay what you want side than the free side. And even if I receive, like 10, 20, 30 pence from a pay what you want sale, as opposed to, say, me setting a minimum of, say, £5 for the completed product, if I receive that small amount, then it still gives me that warm feeling because someone felt that it was worth paying, but I know how things are at the moment. I mean, money's tight all round, and they still wanted to pay something for it, and so they paid what they could. And okay, so green is still in a mental break. And we have a black hive attack. Oh dear. A mammoth worm, a scarab, a megalouse, and a black spider. Well, everyone get your buttocks inside. Starry, do we have a weapon? Yes, we do. We have a... yeah, we'll equip that for you. And we'll get the hatchet as your sidearm. Okay, you two spread across there. You three go across there. So the mammoth worm's going to take a while to get to us. Okay, they made it a good way down. Green. Okay, so that black spider is going to bleed out eventually. Okay, finish off that mammoth worm for me, please. You four come out here. Okay. Finish those off for me, please. Here you go, Starry. He did take a bleeding wound, so if you go, do your thing. But we're going to need more wood, I think. 900, we should be okay. And the penguin is finding the rooms nice and cool, instead of 30 odd degrees that's outside. Can't believe one of those eggs hatched. That's messed up. And we've got 2 anima seeds for anima nexus trees. Nice. I'm just going to mute you for a second while I have a drink. So talking so much is quite rough on the throat. It's drying it out quite a lot. But that's part and parcel of what we have to deal with. Let's see how things are going. Everything's running quite smooth by the looks of it. Royal Ascent. I don't think we will, no. Like I said earlier, I think for this run we're going to go with the traditional build your own ship kind of ending. He's in a bad mood again, wonderful. Nearly finished digging out these rooms. I think what we'll do is we'll pull up some of that and we'll build another research bench. Maybe we can get 2 people going at it at once and speed it up a little bit. We do have a lot of food. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start making vegetarian fine meals. We'll do that until we have the same amount as our colonists. We'll allow all on that. We'll make that plus 10. And we'll see how that goes. So the vegetarian fine meals need 2 sources of nutrition usually, or a bit more nutrition than you would normally use. So I'm just making these from corn at the moment, but there will be a small mood buff for eating them. Everyone is set to fine meals currently. We're not currently eating the insect meat. That shouldn't be too bad. The black insect chitin is going to be very useful. It's very strong. The insect chitin, not quite as strong as the black, but quite good. There is another type of chitin, it's just called chitin, which is brown. And that is, it's more a construction material. You can build weapons and things out of it. And chitin weapons, chitin melee weapons are very strong. Some of the best weapons in the game are things like chitin spears and longswords. They're almost on par with monoswords in terms of their strength. We'll let that donkey run into the traps. But yeah, they're almost on par with monoswords, which are incredibly strong with high armor penetration. And so they work really well against androids, they work really well against mechanoids, and they work very well against regular enemies later in the game who might have heavy armor. They're quite good against plate armor as well in the mid game. Let's get that donkey hauled. 355 silver. It's not terrible. We've got enough marble to replace that. So marble wall, we'll replace those 2 tiles there. And what we want to do is this is part of the thing we'll be building on later, is replacing the corners with jade fences. Anyone who has watched Bloody Drongo play RimWorld knows he does this quite often as well. The jade fences are very good for beauty. They only cost 1 jade, so they're quite cheap. And it just means that you can increase the amount of beauty for these rooms for very minimal cost. And the thing about fences as well is you can also put floors underneath them. So when we unlock better floors, we can place them below these fences to increase the beauty even more. Simple meals have rotted away, but we're well ahead of the curve in terms of food, so that's fine. Okay, we're doing a bit of cleaning here and there, so we should be doing the rest shortly. Let's haul those granite chunks out. Things are nice and quiet. So let's check out who we do actually have here. So you have Labokar. He is a caravan child and a calendar keeper, depressive and a slob. He is our royal. He has the highest social skill with also a double flame passion. So he's our royal. He's also our current manager of production, which is the moral or spiritual leader. So it's him who does all of the conversions and rituals currently. And he is he is just a human. We have Green, who is a crash baby and a framer. Very good at construction, good social, reasonable crafting, and good shooting. World weary and a cat person. They are also just a human. We have Minoka, who is only 17, she's just a firekeeper. Annoying voice, heat inclined and wanderlust, with good cooking skill and shooting. Okay at intellectual as well. And they are Homo sapien ingentis, a baseline troll. So this is one of the Shadowrun races. Trolls are larger, generally thought to be less intelligent. Yeah, they generally make better melee than other pawns, but obviously depends on their skills as well. She's our chef. We have Gorilla, who is the child of an exile and a hunter. Trigger happy, mad surgeon, fast learner, pessimist, and menagerist. So all of the traits, all over the place. And they are a human. Starry, who has just joined us, has got an urban upbringing and became a ranger. They are body modder, mad surgeon, animal lover, and volatile. Reasonable plants, well, good plant skill, social intellectual, bit of melee skill. And they are Homo sapien nobilis, a baseline elf. Elves tend to have better outcomes in social circumstances. And then we have, I'm just going to call him Blue because it's easier. It's an apprentice healer and a plough puller. Good melee skill, very good plant skill. It's reasonable medical skill with an annoying voice, but he's a hard worker and he's got wanderlust. And he is Homo sapien robustus, which is an orc. Again, physically durable, high strength, do tend to live shorter lives than humans. But we've got a reasonable mix. A few humans, a couple of the Shadowrun races, and things are settling down nicely. You see we've got all of the cleaning done in here now. Everyone's existing rooms have been cleaned up nicely. And then I'll probably start moving everyone into these rooms. Before I do that, I want to try and get them built fully with marble. Okay, this is the Vanilla Genetics Expanded event, Monstrosities. So this is a Muffalo Komodo, cross between a Muffalo and a Komodo dragon. A Chicken Bear Hen, a cross between a chicken and a bear. And a Chicken Rabbit Rooster. Okay, so they'll come through our traps. We'll need to get that insect jelly brought in soon. Completely forgot about that, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But all of these monstrosities will have greater scaria, which means they will die after a set amount of time. They also all rot automatically. There's no stopping it, they just do. But that's why I've set up traps in this corridor with these two sides going off. Is because the monstrosities, yeah, they will just run at you and that's it. So we'll get the Black Hive insect jelly pulled in. People should be going off and doing that. Labacar's got it for us. Good man. Rice is coming in. It looks like the corn is coming in at about the same time as well for this cycle. I didn't actually read that. What's Green's inspired research? Well, you're free to do as much research as you want, Green. But we'll see how they get on. So we'll leave people to run. It looks like we're out of wood. So let's chop some wood. Anything in there you can chop. Anything left in there. Anything there. You know what? Let's just get rid of all of that. You are quite good at cutting, so set your radius up so you just chop all of that down for me. It's also our fastest at wood cutting, so shouldn't take him quite as long. What's that? Drifter's Desire Aid. Okay, we'll see what you want. If you're looking for cash, probably not going to work out too well for you. But we shall see. So, what do you want, Drifters? 280 sulfur. No. I've only got 355. You're not having the majority. That's not how this thing works. I can go. I already deleted that quest. Okay, what I do want to do is, we'll do it with steel, because we've got plenty of steel, is make some benches here. And we'll put one there for the crafting spot. Ship landed, not interested, I'm ignoring the mechanoids for now. I really can't be dealing with the mechanoids. No, thank you. So I know chat has been quite quiet tonight, but I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who has come out. If you're lurking or you just drop in and out, I appreciate the hell out of you all. I was, yeah, it was nerve-wracking hitting the go live button again after so long away. It's been a good couple of months since I last streamed, and I know a lot of people are busy. We're getting into, we're deep into summer. England, well, the UK in general, has had its hottest summer ever. And it's not the hottest it's been, but it's still nice and warm. It's more comfortable outside, so people have got plans in summer. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I know kids in the UK have got their summer holidays now. Exams are all finished, everyone's going away. So can't expect to see huge numbers. Never saw huge numbers before anyway, but no, even if you're here lurking, I appreciate the hell out of you. And hopefully, as I get into this more regularly, we'll see a few more people popping in, maybe some familiar, friendly faces, and yeah, we'll see what this journey takes us on. As I know for myself, it's more just a case of just getting used to the idea of talking to myself as if you guys are out there. It's a very difficult skill to put together. It's not something I've done a lot of in the past. Most of the stuff I've done work-wise was always customer-facing, so there's always someone usually talking at me. And I still do think that everyone should be forced to work a customer-facing role at least once in their life. It is soul-destroying, but it does lead to quite a unique perspective that only people who have gone through customer service jobs can really nail down. Especially as things become more and more Americanized. As I noticed in the last few years especially, there seems to be this American mentality of the customer is always right, which is absolute rubbish. It's not even the full quote. The full quote was something along the lines of the customer is always right in terms of taste, which means let them buy whatever the hell they want to buy, and don't put them down for buying something that you think is absolute trash. The customer isn't always right. The customer's an idiot. And that's why they come to you. And if the customer was always right, they wouldn't have need for any kind of experts. But it's the same thing with all quotes. They cut off the bits that actually mean something, or lend additional context into what's being said, just to suit their own narratives. And the customer's always right is one of the worst ones. Drives me nuts. Prison plot. No, thank you. We'll be getting rid of that one. Not helping anyone break out just yet. We're still a tribal colony here. I'm going to mute you for a second, grab a drink. Okay, looks like Some of these trees are starting to get fully grown, which is nice. That'll start producing some wood for us. We have left all of this wood out here. Close to 2,000 wood. We'll have that, please. And we do have a small area over here. I might plant some of these Anima Nexus trees in. So if we put one there. Who's a good planter? Okay. Pretty much all you do is plant and doctor. So prioritize planting that tree for me, please. Now I think we'll have you connect to it as well. Begin tree connection ritual. So the Anima Nexus tree is a modification of the Guardian tree, and it does have additional options depending on what you have available. So the seed maker has need of the tree connection meme. These ones require the biological corruptor meme. And then these ones are new from Vanilla Expanded. They've added additional dryads. So you can make Ambrosia, Anima Brick. There's a ranged focused combat, or a mining focused one. I am going to take the Woodmaker Dryad for now. And we'll set that up to maximum. And what we're going to do is we are now going to set some priorities. Is what we want to do is we want to set that to just above grow, so that he'll do the plant cutting first and then go and do the well, everything else. A combat supplier from the Unified Union. Oh god, the plague again. Okay, warden and handle, we do want to set to 1. Cooking, yes. Hunting, yes. Instruction, set those to 2. You can have those on 1. Have that on 2, those on 2. Those on 1. Set that to 3. You're our only crafter of note. Set clean to 2. And then leave research as it is. Okay, who has the plague? Okay, you've caught the plague this time. You are our best doctor by the looks of things. So, tend to yourself, please. 31 is not great. So, we'll get ahead of the curve. Go to bed with the Preach Health. That should keep you up to speed. I hope. And a low psychic drone. Wonderful. I've already disrupted Lockabar's sleep, so we'll trade with Green. Okay, we have a spare anima seed. We have some spare weapons. And a peeler, and a wooden war mask. Okay. Helmets are nice, can't afford them though. The anti-material rifle, the marksman rifle. We'll sell that. Sell all that. That gives us 600. We might be able to get the battle rifle. No. No. Flight SMG. So the kiting longsword. 14.3 damage and 33 armor pen. Really good. We'll just take the money and be good with it for now. Additional money is always nice. But we'll see how they go on. We could do with more research going on, but I think there's planting to be done. And he should be in bed, which is good. 29 to 21. He's not pulling away as much as I would like. There is not much we can do about it at the moment. We don't have any better medicine, so we've got to deal with it in the way that we can. So we'll leave them to it for now. Things are relatively quiet. I like that. It's comforting. Okay. How are you getting on? 59 to 41, 60 to 42. Okay, he's going to do fine. The plague should run its course, and he'll treat himself as and when he needs to. How are we doing with Tinctoria? We should have quite a lot. Yeah, 500 or die. And so we just need people to start getting some research on for us. What I might do is I might set research to a 2. Won't make much of a difference, to be fair, but it means they'll do it before hauling. Set cleaning to 3, so they do research before cleaning. And a mad yak. We'll hit our traps. Ooh, that muffalo. Did that die off? We'll have that as well, please. It's 2 quite large animals. That'll be quite a lot of meat and decent bit of leather. Colonist needs treatment, so he'll go and treat himself. $29, but he's just developed immunity, so that is just what we need. Okay, Escorial and the encampment. Junkers based in a nearby camp, parading their caravans. 3 Junkers. They have Shin, who is a human, martial artist, psychopath, lush, which means he's a drunk, and squeamish, no thank you. Skill training, artistic, no. Rewards are not great. And infestation. Okay, so it's... I think we got lucky it didn't come out there. That's 2 hives. We'll bring everyone here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, and we'll put you guys in cover there. Why are you not... Well, that's... Well, that's absolutely dreadful. I can't believe everyone just stopped making the way over. I should have told them to hold fire until everyone was here. That's... I might have just killed the colony. Oops. That was overconfidence. That was massive overconfidence. Yeah, that's the end of the colony. Everyone is down. And we've got our man in black, Cod. He's got a knife and a gun. And he's got medical skill. And a cortical stack. But he's... Tend to green. Right, so who can he realistically save? Inoka's gone. Yeah. No, I'm calling it. I'm calling the end of this colony. I'm not pulling back from that. So we'll start again. It's a good job. I like doing the start of colonies. That was we're going to the low games. We'll get rid of that one. New colony, lost tribe, strive to survive, commitment mode, Cassandra, 300. There we go. Let's, you know what, let's just put everyone in, sod it. And let's go for archaeologist. We'll see what we get thrown our way this time. Yeah, that was pure overconfidence. I should have just held fire until everyone was there. I don't know why they stopped making their way over and just stood at the ritual spot. No idea why. But I should have made better use of my pawns in that. Maybe send one out to try and draw them into the traps. But yeah, I got overconfident and made mistakes. That's how it goes. Okay, so tropical rainforest. Let's have a look. I don't mind tropical rainforest, but it can be a little frustrating when you get so many illnesses. This is more what I like, temperate forests. So let's have a look. Marble and granite would be best. Granite and marble. Granite, marble and slate. So the reason I'm looking for marble and granite is because marble is the most beautiful of the stones and granite is the toughest. So you want granite for your defences and marble for inside your base. Marble and granite with caves. Year-round growing. Mountainous. Excellent. Okay, so we'll go for a fluid ideology again. And this time, let's go for... what do we want? Let's go for Neolithic. And we will go... no, that's a bit... that's a bit too much, I think. Party life, no. Pirate, no. Industrialism, no. Iconoclast. No. What do we want? Madness. Okay. Let's go with Bulwark for some armored folks. And we'll get rid of the second style. Let's go for Ancient Way. Got some gods. Randomize them a little bit. Armor, we want bonus to sharp. Megalithics are desired. So, respected execution, slavery is abhorrent. No rules on clothing. Organs acceptable. Cannibalism acceptable. Eating aliens acceptable. Fungus, don't care. Alien races are respected. Alien slavery is abhorrent. Diversity of thought. Let's go for appreciated. Insect meat, don't care. Nutrient based, indifferent. Very fast research. Physical love, free. Okay, spouses, cute names. That's a pelt coat, that's fine. Moral guide. Yep, that's fine. So we'll remove that and we'll add just a standard funeral. We have Sky Lantern, Drum Party. Ooh, a nutrient paste funeral. No, thank you. Pews. Remove that. I prefer to have an ideogram. Couple of relics, that'll do. No. Set tattoos and hair to anything you like. Next, okay. Let's see who will be joining us to start off with. Psychotropic fungus addiction, instant no. Barra, Night Watch. Hideaway, Night Watch. Good shooting, good melee. Plants, animals, crafting, and intellectual. But he's absent-minded. He's a slow learner, night owl, ecologist, and insomniac. You're good, but that's a no. Chemical interest and thin-skinned. Melee. Thin-skinned melee. No. Medical plants melee skill. These are not good pawns. That's a big no. Okay, I'm just going to start randomizing. That's a no. Okay, Mountain Lover, Too Smart and Brawler. No. You've got Hearing Loss. Masochist and Jogger. You're okay. You're okay, but you're not great. Crafting plants and animals. Crafting of plants. Bit of medical and intellectual. Yeah, we'll start off with you. Mosquito, Plow Puller. Plants, animals, medical, intellectual, melee. Cold inclined, hard work. You're a melee pawn with Wimp. Really? Now I'm gonna have to randomise them all. Underground or an abrasive. You've got cooking skill, which is what we need. Bit of mining, bit of artistic, bit of medical. You'll do. Underground, perfectionist, kind, workaholic, and pretty. Workaholic means you're just going to work until you collapse. So no. Okay, you might be good. Anxious means they're going to mental break a little more often. But they've got good mining, good construction, animals, and social. And Barker is your brother. Okay. You're trigger happy with decent shooting. Yeah, you're gonna be okay, I think. Super immune and tortured artist with literally zero skill. Undergrounder, groundbreaker, fisherman, beautiful and sanguine. Okay. Construction, mining, and animals. So we're going to be able to build things very fast with the two of you. We're going to need more plant skill though. You're okay. So this pawn, we need decent plant skill. Good medical. You're a body purist. I don't like body purists. So 7 with industrious. You do have chemical interest. Mining, crafting, medical. You're fairly decent. Do we have someone with cooking skill? Yes, we do. Okay. That's looking fairly positive. So let's see what map has in store for us. So what we'll do is we'll put a good 40 minutes in setting up this colony, and then we'll see how I feel at the end of that 40 minutes. My fatigue feels like it's cleared a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit more pep. So we'll see how we get on. Okay, that's electric stoves. Unfortunate, means we won't be able to use them. That is a big table. There's insects in there. Okay, I think we're going to re-roll this map. It looks good, but I like to go for something a little more predictable. Okay, let's have a look. No. It's not sealed off down there. That might be a possibility. Zoom out. So I'll stick a pin in that one. There's quite a few interesting mods in here. Let's have a look. Is that cut off there? That might be a possibility. I'll zoom. And let's keep looking. See if we can get an interesting map. That one cuts off that large portion there. And there, by the looks of it. So we'd only get raids coming in from down there. Yeah, I think I want to have a look at this one. It's quite interesting. If it does cut off a large swathe of map, which I think it does, yeah, it does there. So that area there remains uncovered. It's got some starting resources there with a Helixine gas geyser and a hoopstone ring. There's a ferrolisk. That's not good to start off with. There is a great devourer there. That is an enemy of the ancients. Okay, I think this one's going to be a bust. There's a few nice bits though. Android pod. Let's re-roll. It's nice, but ooh, this one looks interesting. Build in there. Let's have a look. Ooh, there's a lot of insects there. Let's say boulder mitt. Decent base location there though. Okay. 2 hives, insects. And an animus fox. Reroll again. So this is what I do in my off-stream playthroughs as well is I will look for a map that I think will give us the best chances at success. This one, I like the setup of this one. Let's put in that one. So you do have a limited amount of rerolls, so you can't just reroll forever. But I hate it when my mouse does that. But you shouldn't need to can't speak today. Shouldn't need to reroll forever. The brain fog is real today. So some of these are a little. That one looks quite interesting. We mine through into there or into there. Or both, really. So, there. Let's generate this one. Okay, so what are we looking at? Okay, so it's starting us off right there. We've got stuff we can take there. Stuff we can take there. More stuff there. There's a lot of ruins in this area. Some armchairs, those would be nice. And no visible insectoids. That's quite nice. So it's going to be in there. Okay, so let's keep this one. Zone, stockpile, just get everything there for now. So everyone grab your stuff, move it to the stockpile. And we'll dig out this area here. Everyone capable of mining will go mining. There we go, I was just a little bit off, but that gives us a good entrance. Deconstruct all of those bits for me. Have 5 wide entrance there. Take out all the plants in there. Some uranium. Structure, we want wooden wall. Just place it straight across there with a door. Zone, stockpile zone. Do that. All stuff. And dumping stockpile we'll put there. Everyone's going to go sleep in there. That's fine by me. What creatures we've got? We've got a chemical processing unit, which is a mechanical chicken. We've got a Welsh Terrier and a pug. Not great, but it will do. It will do. Zone clear home, so we'll clear that out of the home area there. Put all of this inside the home area. Okay, and we want to look at setting up some rooms. So So 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 5. Mount out all of that. Include some of the uranium, but we're working with what we've got. Set all of this as tilled soil. Growing zone. We want rice. Rice. Corn. Cotton. And the last 2 rows we heel root. We don't have anyone to sow heel root currently, but we will work around that. Set some sleeping spots. Move those bricks out of there for now. Claim and uninstall. We're getting the rice planted, which is good to see. Got a couple of decent growers, plenty of miners. Okay, we should sort out everyone's weapons. So we'll go shooting, melee. You're melee only. Shooting. Shooting. You're a bit of both. Okay. Melee, club. Melee, equa. Shooting. Shooting. Technically shooting, but you're only 1 skill. Okay. Put in those walls there. So that gives us 4 bedrooms. And let's mine out that there. That there. And we'll go like that. Come around the back of here. Sod it, we'll do through there as well. And the processing units will produce chemical capsules, which we can use to make neutroamine. I believe they can make chem fuel. They can make a few other things as well, so they'll come in handy. Okay. Refuse till K. So what do we have here? We have normal beds. We'll take the poor one just in case. We'll uninstall both of those. It's awful, poor, normal, awful. You know what? We'll take them. We'll take those. We'll take the table because it's excellent. What do we have here? Tool cabinet we'll take. A masterwork simple bed, we'll have that. Those two, we'll take those. What do we have here? Double beds we'll take. Those fridges, if they are. We will take the wall fridges. Let's have a look. Is there any other... We got about that one there. We'll take that one. So we'll clear the home area from there, there. We want to turn off the automatically expanding home area. Area revealed. Okay. There's another fridge. There's a couple of electric stoves that'll save us some resources later. And a couple of armchairs. This is a pretty good haul for a start. A mad hedgehog. Of course. And it's not even mad, is it? No. Okay, everyone's starving. That's not good. So, let's go select everything on the map. Harvest fully grown. Go and do your thing, please. Let's harvest more, let people come and grab the berries as and when they need them. So we'll see how far we get with this setup. It might end up going a little bit longer just to get somewhere stable. But we shall see, we shall see. I am starting to feel a bit fatigued, so might have to be a 4 and done one. Okay. Okay, so that's all that stuff there hauled. Get those hauled, please. That beds can be installed. Confederation of the Hill, we'll go with White Rock. Okay, still simple bed. At least then everyone's got a reasonable bed. Couple of tables, couple of dressers. Awful dressers though. Production fueled stove. You know, stick that there for now. And the butcher's table, stick there. I'm still annoyed with myself that I got so overconfident and just completely ballsed up that that infestation. It's just not good. I think we're out of wood. Chop wood. I'll take these trees here. Please and thank you. Got a little bit of wood. Add bill. Cook simple meal times 4. Allow all. Do until X. 60. Pause and satisfied. Okay, there we go. Oh god. Mole's that malnourished. Ooh, that's not good. That is not good. That is not good. Someone come and feed Mole, please. Good man. Don't care if it's raw rice, it will do. And he's got food poisoning. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Who is our cook? Barger. Stop mining for a second and cook. Just drop them on the floor, let people come and grab them. Okay, Mole is up and about. Colonist needs rescue. Mole is back down again. And a raid. They are attacking immediately. They've got quite a while to walk. Okay, super immune, cold inclined, neat. They've got virtually no skills though, so it's not terrible. So you two come along there. Why? Drop Mole. Okay, all of you go. Kakalala. You've got some crafting skill. Not entirely useless. Okay, who's our best doctor? White, who is also injured. Who's our next best doctor? Barger, who is carrying Mole. Okay, you. Turned without medicine. I can stick a door on there. And slap a sleeping spot. I need a constructor. Jackal, get that door built, please. Okay, we'll set that for prisoners. You will capture Kaka once you have dealt with his wounds. Recreation. Let's throw down Hoopstone Ring. Oh? did he get back up and then immediately die? He got back up and tried to fight. Wonderful. Genius. Okay, I think I'm going to have to leave it here. I just had a massive wave of fatigue slap me in the face. So let's see if there's anyone online I can send you over to. Any friends? Oh, excellent. Yeah. So Everdream is currently playing RimWorld as well. He's relatively new to RimWorld, so it's always fun to watch him play. So yeah, let's send you over to watch Everdream. We do have a raid message, so copy and paste that and throw that into Everdream's chat. His streams are quite chaotic, but always good fun. Thank you for coming and sticking around with me tonight. Hopefully I'll be back online tomorrow, and again during the weekend. Probably playing more RimWorld, carrying on with this colony, seeing where we can take it. For now, so Everdream. We'll start off that raid. Okay, so that should be setting up now. Okay, yeah, so thank you for sticking around. If you keep an eye on my Twitter, my socials, you'll be able to keep track of when I'm going live and when I'm posting more D&D content. As for now, send you over to Ever, have fun, and I'll see you later.